think everyone knows in life that it's really tough in business. I mean, in my view, there's no tougher terrain. People say, well, being in politics is really tough. And I say, well, no, because when you're in politics, okay, you might get some paper slandering you, or the opposition slandering you in some way. But actually in business, you lose your house. Well, first of all, I don't think that I'm successful. So I'm still on the path. And the fuel of getting onto that path has been fueled by the negativity of losing everything. So when someone says to me, can I pat you on the back for what you've done? I go, oh, I want to carry on what I'm doing and ensuring that I'm doing something new every day and helping every day. And I think the mentorship program that we've started is about taking the skill set that I've got and then pushing it onto someone else, for someone else to run with that baton and do the same things what I've been doing.
Liverpool, a city of architectural splendour, also home to Lawrence Kenwright, a hotelier and developer with a unique approach to property. Since opening his first hotel, Lawrence has built a multi-million-pound empire, the award-winning Signature Living.
What we do is not normal. Not many people have the skill set to go and take on a listed building that doesn't make any economic sense. You walk in, you take it on, and then you make it into this amazing beacon for an area and a tourist destination in its own right. From dereliction to this.
Part of Lawrence's success can be attributed to his willingness to tackle heritage projects that other developers would run from, like the newly restored Exchange Hotel in Cardiff. After over a decade of successfully tackling some of the country's toughest regeneration projects, Lawrence has decided to give something back.
I heard of Lawrence early days. When James Street was done, he exploded really. And at that time, I was doing serviced apartments. I can remember doing them apartments, just thinking, I just can't compete here. I just can't compete with him. I'll see someone, and I know that for me to be successful, I've got to get into that person. I see myself as a Lawrence in terms of like, I will go get the plot, convert it to a hotel, do what we've got to do, and then hand that side over to my business partner. If I want to be at that level there with the likes of Lawrence, I've got to be around a Lawrence. So I can remember, it must have been daily, you know, I would just Facebook message him daily. And it's funny because on the application that went in for the mentorship, the first line says like, I knew Lawrence, I was into Lawrence before most people, and then in brackets see below, and it was just like a screenshot of like hundreds of creepy Facebook messages to him, you know what I mean? Just like trying to get hold of him. And this one time I just got this one reply saying, hi Liam, what do you do? And I was like, he'd replied. And that was it then for another year, got all back.
Well, Liam was a bit weird because I would be doing talks to various businesses saying about what we do and how we do it. And I'd just see this smiling face. And he's quite tall, isn't he? So, you know, he's hard to miss. And then I'd be getting a couple of emails and messages and whatever. In the end, I thought, oh, I'll just capitulate and let him come and meet me and we'll see what we do. And I got taken over by his vivacious sort of positive attitude, which I think is, you know, 70% of the way there, really. You know, that never say die, will not fail, push through, that momentum thing that I keep on talking about. And he had that, and he took me back with that, really. And I saw a lot of myself in him.
I come from a little house in Bootle, with me and my mum, my two sisters. I was in the parachute regiment, and I was doing really well. And then I went on to SAS selection, and I actually failed myself, and it devastated me, to be honest with you. I lost all heart for the army, and I knew that. I just couldn't be arsed, put my body through what I'd been through. You can't go from a paratrooper, jumping out of planes, fighting Taliban, to walk on the streets of Liverpool. You can't do it. You know, they create this paratrooper, but they don't like defuse this paratrooper, if you know what I mean. So technically, you've just got this killer machine walking around the streets. Like I can't go on a roller coaster because it's shit. Do you know, I've had the ultimate high. You just put me on the Pepsi Max, I'm like, this is you know what I mean? It's what do I do?
I ain't going to carry on doing development for much longer, but I've certainly gained an awful lot of knowledge over the last couple of years. And if I carry on for another 3 years, wouldn't it be amazing to impart that knowledge onto these guys?
As you know, you go into Kingsway and it's absolutely chaos. And he just like puts his phone away and just gives you, like we've like been booked in for a half an hour meeting, been there for an hour and a half with him, just firing questions at him, he's just answering back and just, he's not like in a rush to push it away or nothing like that.
One, I don't look at what fuels that person as much as what path have they been on. Is the path that they've been on similar to mine? I'm a non-educated person, I've got no qualifications. I ended up shoveling 8 tonnes full of earth every single day. Just so you know what 8 tonnes full of earth looks like, it's manure. So I'd done that for 2 years of my life. And then I realised this can't be the only path for me. I need to go and gain a career. But how do you gain a career when you've got no qualifications and no one really wants you to have that sort of job? So when people come along to me who are obviously from Liverpool, true Scousers, who say, you know, I've got this amazing desire. It's that desire that I sort of link into and go, okay, so you've got the capacity then. So you've got the capacity, I can teach you. And if you want to be taught because of your desire, then you'll take it on, you'll grab it with both hands and you'll run with it. That's half the battle. That momentum that you create and that strength of force that you create is probably more important than having that intellect.
When I look at a lad who's grew up on County Road, like us, I think, well, if he can do it, why can I not do it? It's already been done, so why can I not do it? So in my mind, I was just going to go down to London, borrow a load of dough, put a deposit down on a building and convert it. And I would have done it because, I don't know if I said it before, like, people say, that's a risk. It is a risk. But in 2014, I was jumping over IEDs and getting shot at by the Taliban. That's a risk. No one's going to die. What's the worst thing that can happen? I owe someone a load of dough, they might come and get me, but, you know, it's not, no one's going to die, are they, you know what I mean?
And he's had really tough times, and I think he's had a little bit of the bitter, so therefore he can appreciate just how important it is to get to the high echelons and taste the sweet.
There was this guy, I won't mention his name, but he was banding around that he was like this massive guru and that he could change my life and stuff like that. And he went, you give me 10 grand and I will show you ways how to buy property and I will lend you all the money to buy property. 10 grand. I didn't have 10 grand, so I went to my dad. And at first, it was all great, like he was going for dinners in San Carlo, he was picking me up on his X5 and all. I was like, this is going to be your life. 6 months down the line here and we still haven't bought a property. I've paid you this money, you said that you were going to invest with me and stuff like this. So we went, all right, we found a block of 3 flats in Blackpool. I'll lend you the purchase price and I'll lend you the refurb. And then you do it, and then once it's all like a nice new block again, I'll refinance you back out and I'll take the money away and the extra bit of profit on top, but you keep the block. I was like, what a brilliant deal. We applied for the mortgage, got accepted, and he was going to lend me the deposit, and he went, I haven't got the deposit money. So I had to get a bridging loan to get the property. And so that cost about 5 grand in fees. And then on the final day, the vendor pulled. He pulled to a lot, I reckon all up I lost about 8 grand. So my first introduction to property was just hell on earth. I'm going back to my dad going, we've lost all the dough, Dad, we've lost all the money. And I just got myself together and thought, I've been through well worse than this. And I went back in the estate agent and went, okay, how can we fix this? And now I own that block.
It's the failures that teach you what you should do and shouldn't do. And without that taste of the bitter, you can never appreciate the sweet. And I believe that when I've fallen and lost a business now twice, I think I'm a better person because of it. I want them to understand what that bitter feeling feels like of losing everything, as much as what I did. And if I don't get over that bitter feeling to them, then they're not going to appreciate that bitter taste. So, head office.
Yep.
That's all of our workforce on the building side. That's all our QSs, architects, everything. Yep. This is the online team, and then this is the accounts.
Yeah.
These are all of our sites. So, these are all the hotels. These are all got to be open before May, and these ones down the bottom have all got to be open this year. What I've got to do for you is find you a site that I think ain't going to trip you up and going to ensure that you hopefully become a millionaire.
Can I have that one?
No, you can't. Not hotels, more developments, more residential.
Yeah. Yeah,
residential units for you. So this is a perfect example. Actually, it's the building that we're in now.
Yeah.
This is the best one for you to start off with.
Yeah.
And therefore it's not a big issue with you trying to find, you know, like receptions and bars and restaurants. It's just about units.
So why are you steering me away from a hotel and not a development?
Well, that is another complication and another skill set.
Yeah.
I shouldn't put you into two lots of skill set when you come into the first lot of skill set first.
Yeah.
Learn how to build, learn how to develop, and then you can learn how to operate.
Yeah.
But if I give you the two at once, you can fall, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So we don't want you to fall, so
Yeah.
we start off with this first. So I've got to find you a site like this.
Okay.
A residential development site. What do you think?
Jesus.
13, 14, 15 floors high. And by the way, you probably get another 2 on the top. All the floors are going to have to come out, and all the walls are going to have to come out. New kitchens, new bathrooms,
Yeah.
new walls, new floors, new everything. But actually, we've just got a carcass for nothing.
Which is amazing.
So what do you think?
This is going to go tits up in it.
Is your bottle gone?
Life changing, isn't it?